Everyone, it's me, Donna. I'm making this video as someone who is not a recyclable type person anyway. But that can change. If a system is set up, we can all become more recycle minded people. But let me explain what I'm talking about. Instead of having your regular waste management that takes your garbage from your home and takes it to a landfill somewhere or just burns it and then they have to just dispose of the ash into a landfill or whatever, this company can turn into like a co-op, whether it takes, just investors, outside investors, or the town, or, however in the world it can be created, okay? They can take this material and they can hire people and have conveyor belts to separate the materials into your various forms, like your plastics, your metals, your woods, your fabrics, all that type of stuff, okay? Can all be separated and then turned into a raw material and then sold to outside companies, okay? So not only does this company make money off you when you pay your garbage bill, they also make money from selling the raw materials to companies, okay? So there's not that much cost as far as overhead cost for this company, because you're paying for it as someone who pays for your garbage bill. Okay, having said that, I don't think that people should be forced to have to separate their garbage and all that type of thing and pay extra for the recycling and all that. No, that can take place at the facility. This company can hire people, instead of hiring people to work at the dump, so to speak, or landfill and dealing with that, they can hire people to be at this facility to sort out the materials. Okay. So that can all be taken care of. And that way it's not aggravating for your household people to have to wash out your cans and wash out your bags and all that bunch of crap. You don't even have to worry about that. Okay. And also this company can put more dumpsters within a town. There can be more locations to where people can take their garbage that they can't fit into their regular, garbage cans and all that to be picked up. They can take that garbage to these dumpsters and dump it, okay? And then those dumpsters can be taken to the facility and then sorted out, okay? That would be a huge help, and it'd be less clutter on the side of the road that the city or county has to go through and pick up. Even though it's not going to stop it, there's still going to be some of that, but it won't be as much, okay? Um, so, but even with that, even if the city or county has to do that, still, they just take it to the facility and it gets sorted out and all that type of stuff. Same system, no matter what the pickup method or disposal method is used. Either way, it's still going to this facility and it is getting processed, okay? And the amazing thing is this company can have almost zero waste, okay? That is because all materials can be reused. Plastics can, all forms of plastics they have discovered can be reused in some form, okay? It can be reused in other plastic materials. It can also be used as a fuel, so they can chip it down to pellets, and it can be sold to the steel industry and used as fuel for making steel, things like that. Ash. Anything that can't be used in other ways can be burned, and turned into ash, okay? Then the lye can be separated from the ash, and that lye can be used in industries. It can be used for soap making, all that type of stuff. There's several uses for lye out there. So the company can make money by selling the lye. They can, the ash can be used in several things out there, including ceramics and you name it, even gardens. It can be resold and packaged, and gardeners can buy the ash. Oh my goodness, there's just so many things that can be used from that. Even the carbon dioxide. Okay, this company, and it has been, found out that by restructuring and I guess wisely constructing a flue from the burning, the carbon dioxide emission from the burning of products, this flue, if it's built right, it can allow for, as the carbon dioxide leaves the flue, it can go through vents and all that type of thing to where more heavier pieces of carbon can be sifted back down using gravity to be used in ash and all that. And therefore the carbon that does finally emit at the end of this process is more pure carbon. Okay, and carbon can be used in several different things. So it can be collected, or a good portion of it can be collected as it comes out the flue, and it can be resold to companies out there that use carbon in their processes, refrigeration, you name it. I mean, there's several uses for carbon dioxide, even in our sodas and all that type of stuff. So there's no limit as to the use of carbon dioxide. Okay, so that can be sold. Fabrics can be cut up and sorted and reused to make other garments. Also, it can be turned into pulp. And that pulp can be turned back into fabrics, and also even be mixed in with other materials and turned into ceramic tiles and all kinds. There's like, gosh, several ways that can be reused. Even wood. The wood can be sorted out and cut and turned into blocks and different things and resold back into the market. And also wood pieces that have metal in it. Instead of someone having to hammer and get the nails out and all that, the wood can be, those pieces can be burned, and the wood parts can be turned into ash, but then the metals, they can run a magnet over the ashes and recollect any metals that are on the wood, and that can be sold as a raw material back to companies. Oh my goodness, there's just so many uses out of everything that we use today. You name it, it can be reprocessed and reused and recycled, and therefore there's hardly anything that ends up at the dump. Okay, and any chemicals, any extra chemicals that get put into these items, say like the ash or whatever, that can be separated and taken out and all that. So I mean, it can all be safe, and it can just be something wonderful for all of us. And I would love to see that happen instead of contracts having to be redone every so many years, and having to go through different companies in order to dispose of our waste, because maybe this landfill gets too big and therefore they have to go out and make a contract with another company somewhere in another county or whatever to take our trash over there and make another landfill and all that. They can do this, and even any other types of waste, like rotting food and human waste, that can be turned into methanol and other forms of gases, and some of it even burned and turned into various types of ash. So there's really no waste coming out of this. Everything can be reused, and it can be done in a facility that will stay here hopefully for a very long time, and there won't be any having to go back and forth between different companies and hunting for new landfills. And also, some of these companies, if the landfill becomes a problem, there's companies that can go back into that landfill and either dig up all that stuff and reuse it and recycle it, or they can turn around and turn that into a methanol gas production, because some people have discovered that landfills are a great source of methanol. So they could set in pipes and all that stuff and turn that into, if they haven't already, turn that into something that can be a usable product. Okay, so yeah, but that's something that I wanted to share with folks out there, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.